So if you want to go and post books on Seesaw, you go razplus.com, and then if you click on resources, leveled text, and then click on all leveled books, and then this page will come up for you. You'll also need to log in at the top right hand corner up here, so it will say member login in a big green button, and it's just username EIS Meadows and password EISM123. So when you come down here, you'll see all the different levels. So years 1 to 3, we've already assessed our students and we know what levels they're on. So you group your children according to, like, as close as possible to what levels they are. So for example, if you have students at K, L and M, you would group those 3 together, and then you might give them all a book at M because it's as close as possible. There's not a massive difference between the books, so just find as close as possible as you can get. So if you click on level M, for example, so you have to click onto it if you want the books, and then you can see the level M books. If I want to go to level N, I need to click off level M and onto level N. So I'm going to set my students a book at level N, because I know that's the level that these students that I'm reading with today are at. And I'm going to click on this book because I think I'm doing about habitats and animals, so this would be suitable for them. And to download the book, I just click on this here. So this is the PDF of the book. And then I just check it because sometimes some of the pages can be upside down, but this one is okay. So I'm going to download that and download it onto my computer. And then I want also to have the comprehension question. So when I go back onto the page, I can see all of the different resources that they have to do with this book. Also, if I want to read this with other groups at different levels, I could read the same book, but at different levels. So tomorrow I might read with a higher level group, and I'll give them the same book, but at a more suitable level for them. So I click down here and I want to go to the comprehension quiz, which is always at the very bottom. So I click onto this. And I'm also going to download this. You can see the questions and then there's the answers at the end. And it also shows like what type of comprehension skill each question was focusing on. So I download that as well. And I save it. Now, because on Seesaw you can only post one PDF, I want to merge these two together, so the book and the comprehension quizzes. So if you go on Google Chrome Web Store, I'll send a link to this on the PowerPoint as well. You can download this PDF merger. So when you click on the jigsaw, you just pin it there, and it will always be there for you. So you click onto it, click select files, go to your downloads or wherever you saved the book, and click on the book first. So I know that the ones with CLR are the book files. I add that, and then I add the questions. So I know those were the questions there. So awesome ants. And now I merge those two together. So now that I have my PDF of the book and the comprehension questions merged together, so they've downloaded, I'm going to go on to Seesaw, and instead of creating an activity and having to approve posts, I think it's much easier just to post this as student work. So if you post it as student work, just upload, so just drag and drop, and then it will just take a second, and then you will see, so here you have your book, and then at the end you have the questions. So now I'm going to just choose the students. So you just click the students that you're reading with in your group that day, and if you want to as well. So the emoji also helps you to group them. So if you put an emoji in front of each student's name, so I can see there my groups already, so I don't have to go searching for them. So I know like that all of those students are in the duck group. So emojis are good for being able to group them. So click sample student. I'm just going to use sample student for now. So you'd click whatever kids are in the group you're reading with. Then make sure if you don't already have a folder, create a folder and put it into the folder. And then all the students need to do is click on their journal, and they will see the book. So it won't come up in activities. They just click on journal and they'll see it, and they can go home and tell their parents to click into the reading folder, and they'll see all of the books that they've read so far that year in their reading folder.